They're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
It's complete to the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star point.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll test the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick spin on the ride. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Quick with the spin move. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they jump on top.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Handoff from the gun.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality. Offensive line gets to assert themselves. Run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
At the 40, there he goes. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for space, it's Burns. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll go to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll give it to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by just 2 over UAB. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the inside give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Still on his feet at the 45. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Looking to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. Delivers to stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely perfect.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they exit.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. There is a flag on the play. Now, this is on the defense. It might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be a Be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll throw it on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, we've been looking forward to this one all week. A fun start to things in L.A.
The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's straight. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if they want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where 3rd down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks. He'll let it get by.
The Buckeyes will hustle from the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends... Quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Gonna run it. It's straight. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now. They get the big stop.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On second down, he'll fire. He finds his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Caught on the outside, it's Lane. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
The aerial assault continues. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Try to get it on the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zero.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Burns. Just steamrolling the defense. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And they desperately wanted to attempt to... Decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Trojans will punt this one away. Here's the return. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA.